The Agency Model versus James White. Introduction. This presentation explores a direct encounter between two theologies, the agency module and the Trinitarian system, defended by James White. Through randomly selected scripture excerpts, divine patterns emerge, patterns that reveal not randomness, but a clear and consistent order. This order is the law of divine representation, the Shaliach principle, the foundation of the agency model. The primary theme, the law of divine agency. Across the passages drawn from the Dominion-ordered Bible and Enoch, we witness one consistent framework. God operates through authorized representatives, beings who bear his authority but remain distinct from his essence. In Acts, Peter declares that healing comes by the name of Joshua the Messiah, yet the power itself is from Elohim who raised him from the dead. The name carries divine authority, but the source remains the Father. In the Gospels and in Enoch, the same pattern holds true: unity of purpose, distinction of being. The Son acts in perfect harmony with the Father, but as the sent one, not as the sender. The secondary theme, subordination and derived authority. Every verse reveals a one-way flow of power. Authority descends from the Most High to his agents, never the other way around. The Father is greater than I. The hand of Yahweh was upon him. The spirit of Elohim seized Philip. This chain of command does not diminish the agents. It defines their purpose. The agency model preserves divine hierarchy while maintaining unity of operation. The tertiary theme, mediation and covenant fulfillment. From priests and prophets to angels and the Messiah, God's interaction with humanity is always mediated. Moses lifted his staff. The priest spoke blessing in Yahweh's name, and the Son acted as perfect intercessor. Through these agents, divine power flows, not as three co-equal beings, but as one divine will expressed through many vessels. Confronting the Trinity arguments of James White. Let us now address 6 of James White's most frequent appeals to Scripture and see how each finds clarity, not contradiction, in the agency framework. Argument 1, John chapter 1, verse 1. The Word was God. White insists this proves the Logos is ontologically God himself. But the agency model explains that God here describes delegated authority. Just as the angel of the Lord spoke as God in Exodus, bearing the divine name without being the source, so too does the Logos speak for the unseen Father. No man has seen God at any time, says John, but the only begotten Son has declared him. The Son reveals, not duplicates, the Father. Argument 2, John chapter 8, verse 58. Before Abraham was I am. White hears this as an echo of I am that I am from the burning bush. But within the agency pattern, this is first-person divine speech spoken through the sent one. The Son existed before creation as the chosen agent, hidden in the counsels of the Lord of Spirits. He can speak in God's voice because he carries God's authority. Argument 3, Philippians chapter 2. Every knee shall bow. White claims this worship proves equality. Yet the text says God gave a name above every name. The one who receives glory is still subordinate to the giver. When every knee bows to Jesus, it is to the glory of God the Father. Honor flows upward through the chain of divine representation. Argument 4, Hebrews chapter 1. Your throne, O God, is forever. White sees here the Father calling the Son God. Yet Psalm 45, which this verse quotes, calls the Davidic king Elohim because he rules by divine commission. The very next line clarifies it. Therefore God, your God, has anointed you. The agent is addressed as God by title, but anointed by the true God who empowers him. Argument 5, Colossians chapter 1. Firstborn of all creation. White interprets this as proof of deity. But firstborn means preeminent, not uncreated. The Son is the image of the invisible God, a perfect representation, not the original source. All things were made through him, through agency, not equality. God creates by his word, and the word is his agent of creation. Argument 6, John chapter 17, verse 5. Glorify me with the glory I had with you. White reads this as eternal equality. But the glory was given in divine foreknowledge, foreordained before the world's foundation. Jesus prays for the fulfillment of what was promised, not for restoration of co-equal power. An agent prays to his principal. God does not pray to God. The verdict, the agency model triumphs. Each of White's Trinitarian proof texts becomes harmonious when read through the lens of agency. Every so-called problem verse resolves into a clear structure of order. The Father, the unoriginate source. The Son, the commissioned agent. The Spirit, the operational power. Together, they form divine unity of purpose, not equality of essence. This restores the Bible's original simplicity, one God acting through many representatives. Conclusion. The agency model does not destroy the majesty of God, it magnifies it. It shows how the Most High remains transcendent while still entering human history through his chosen vessels. It restores the Hebrew logic of mediation, and it resolves the contradictions of later theology. It stands upon Scripture itself, from Genesis to Enoch, from Moses to Messiah. One consistent story, the one God sends. The agent speaks, the Spirit moves, and the kingdom unfolds. This is divine order. This is the true revelation of unity through representation, the everlasting covenant of agency.